Well, joining me now from Tunbridge Wells is the Conservative commentator and radio presenter Iain Dale, himself a former candidate. And this is really revealing something quite dark, it appears, in the Conservative Party. I mean, are we any nearer what actually happened?
No, I think there's a lot of revelations to come on this. Often when there's a ministerial resignation, you think that's the end of the matter. I think this is far from the end of the matter. Interestingly, Grant Shapps wasn't party chairman when all of these allegations were originally made. So obviously Number 10 are trying to protect Lord Feldman, the current Conservative Party chairman, but I don't think his position is safe at all yet.
I mean, the parents of Elliot Johnson last night called for him to resign as well. I mean, why do you think one of them has gone but the other has stayed?
Well, Lord Feldman is a very close ally of David Cameron, so it's not surprising that the Prime Minister will want to sort of circle the wagons around him. But I think there are lots of questions that Lord Feldman has got to answer, not least to give Ray Johnson and his wife some sort of closure on this. They clearly aren't satisfied with the resignation of Grant Shapps. And there are so many questions that lay unanswered, particularly surrounding some deleted emails and other emails which apparently exist that show that maybe Lord Feldman knows a little bit more than he's letting on.
What about the inquiry? I mean, should it be external, independent, or is the current sort of internal job okay?
Well, I think it's very difficult to judge that at the moment until we see what this internal inquiry says. There are lots of suspicions that it's going to be a cover-up just because the person leading it is a close friend of Lord Feldman and David Cameron and wants to be a Conservative candidate. So you can see why people are suspicious of it. But maybe it's too early to judge that yet. We have to also remember there's the coroner's verdict to come, and also there are two police inquiries, one with the British Transport Police and one with the Metropolitan Police. So I think it's probably a little early to judge that one, but in the end I think the wishes of Elliot Johnson's parents have to be paramount here, and if they're not satisfied with what's happening at the moment, and they're clearly not, and understandably so, then I think there has to be a case for looking at the setup of this inquiry and maybe widening it and maybe making it a more independent inquiry.
Well, what is it about young Conservatives? I mean, the Conservative Party have different problems over the decades with youth organisations, whether it was student organisations or this one more recently. I mean, is there something exceptional about it, or do you believe this goes on in all political parties?
I think it does happen in all political parties. All it takes is one bad apple and it sort of rots the rest of the organisation, and that's what's happened here. So it seems, I mean, we have to remember that Mark Clark says he's completely innocent of all of these charges. So, but in a sense, this isn't confined to politics. Bullying, sexual harassment goes on in all parts of our society, and we both know it goes on in the media as well. So we mustn't just think that this is a political phenomenon. It's all over the place, and it needs to be countered.
Iain Dale, thanks a lot.